Ladies and gentlemen, may I please have your attention? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are now live with BB3 TV.
Hey everybody, what is going on? It has been a hot minute since I have done a live on here all by myself. I think the last one I did, which we did have Dom on, that was related to This Is Tom's World. The last one I did was probably back in August. Excuse me, after we went to Gettysburg for the bash out there, and we were doing live feeds the whole time we were there. But I also made a YouTube video while we were there, and Dom and I got on. We talked about the bash. I showed the video that I had made for the bash, and it was a good time. It was a really fun time that weekend. Am I going to go again this coming year? I'm not 100% sure. I do believe Dom is definitely looking into going. So we will definitely have a presence there one way or another, even if I don't make it out there. But the last official This Is Tom's World live that I did, I went looking back, and the last one I see is in April. So it's been quite a hot minute since I've done one of these. And the only reason why I stopped at the time was because at that point I had pretty much gone through all of my videos. What's up, April? I love you too. I had pretty much gone through all my videos at that point. I mean, I didn't go through every single one of them. I touched on the building back of Sorobia Garden in my videos. I didn't show every single one of them. You can't hear me? Oh no. If anybody else is watching and you can't hear me, wait, let me type it in here. Can anyone hear me? This would really stink if people can't. Okay. It's April. Let me type to her. Oh. Okay. So at least I can be heard. I was checking all of that before I started. I was actually kind of nervous to do this live, and I don't know why. So yeah, I was checking the audio levels and everything like that. So pretty sure I got it right, especially if Lori can hear me. Then and April's also on Facebook as Lori is. So yeah, I think we're all good. Anyway, as I was saying, the only reason that I had stopped with This Is Tom's World lives because I went through pretty much all my videos, and I wanted to let some time go by. I didn't want this much time to go by. What is it, like 8 months or something like that? But I've accumulated some videos, and the one that I wanted to show today is a video that actually got some major traction, even in the first few days that it was up. A lot of people were watching it. A lot of people were commenting on it. And this video actually helped me get over the hump of 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. And so this video is kind of special to me in that respect. It was also one of the first times that I went to, well, thank you, Lori. It was actually one of the first times that I had gone to a quote abandoned place. Now, I had been to places that were historical and there was like remains. That's not really abandoned, but this place was. This is a miniature golf course not far from Philadelphia in the suburbs, called Bensalem, which a lot of my videos are. They do take place in Bensalem, and even the garden in question, Sorobia Garden in the Chamonix State Park, that's also Bensalem. This place in particular, I drove past it a lot. I remember when it was open. There was a restaurant there called Nifty Fifties, which is a chain of restaurants, and they do have them in various places, but it's not nationwide. And it's basically like it sounds. It's like a 50s style kind of diner-ish kind of feel. And this particular one had an arcade in it. They had a mini arcade on the first floor, and then I think a bigger arcade on the second floor. And in the back, behind the building of the restaurant, there was a miniature golf course. Over time, this miniature golf course actually superseded the Nifty Fifties restaurant. It had been there quite a long time. Before it was a miniature golf course, it was batting cages, and they had like a go-kart track there. And it was a good time. I remember going there as a kid. My uncle had taken me there, and it was the very first time I was on a go-kart. Of course, I was crashing into the sides left and right and stuff like that, but I eventually got it. And he took me there a few times, and I always look forward to it. I don't think I ever made it there when it was a miniature golf course. I'd been to quite a few miniature golf courses in the area. Maybe I was there and I just don't remember. But it definitely is very interesting. In the very center of this miniature golf course, there's like a huge monument that is supposed to be like a radio, because it's got two dials on it, like a tuning and a volume dial and all that. That is still there for the most part. Most of this miniature golf course is still there. So if somebody actually bought it and they tamed back Mother Nature, who has been doing her best to take back this area of land, if somebody bought that, they could easily get rid of all the weeds and everything growing in there. They would have to put new turf down, of course, because a lot of the turf, if it's not ripped up, it's just not in good shape at all from being out there in the elements and stuff like that. I'm sure there's been plenty of parties going on in there. I know a lot of the locals use this as like a cut through when they're walking from the stores out on Street Road to their houses and the back streets and everything, and vice versa. But it was definitely a very interesting experience walking around in there. I had watched a few videos of people who have gone to this place. Namely, there's a local guy here called the Philly Captain. He was there. There's another guy named Squib, SQWIB. He does a lot of what do they call it? Stealth camping. Stealth. I can talk. I really can. Stealth camping. And he did that at this place as well. And there were a couple other people that just kind of walked through and had videos of it. And I thought, you know what? It's time. It's time for me to go there and check it out. So I made a video. It's not one of my longer videos. It's only like 17, 18 minutes long. A lot of my videos can be as a base, like about a half hour long, and recent videos included as well. Recently, I've just been going around in the different wooded areas around here, and these videos have actually been doing very well in themselves. Right now, what's up, Darren? Right now, I am right on the cusp of having 1,100 subscribers. So that's also an exciting monument for me, because then I go from being 1.0 something K to 1.1 K in the display. And I know it's kind of selfish, kind of self-absorbent, or whatever, however you want to say that. But, I'm proud of what I've done with this channel. And it's taken me almost 3 years. This February will be the third year, or the beginning of the third year, I should say. Like, cause I started it in 2020, February of 2020, and I've been mostly loyal to having at least one video a week. There have been times where a couple of weeks, maybe once or twice, where a few weeks have gone by and I didn't make videos. But for the most part, I try to keep to at least one video a week. My goal during my off time, which I'm in right now from work, I'm off season. My goal was to try to get like 2 or 3 a week, but it just hasn't been happening for one reason or another. It's the holidays. There's a lot of things going on. I'm spending a lot of time with my goddess, Stephanie, and we've been going places. Last weekend we went to the Poconos, stayed at my sister's place, and you'll get there, Darren. And then once you, not to veer off from what I was saying, but once you get to that 100, and I told you, you become more so of an influencer in the eyes of YouTube, and they'll start putting you out even more. And then the same thing happens once you hit 1,000. Then you're definitely an influencer at that point, and they're going to start landing your video on pages of people that have even just looked up anything like paranormal or anything like that in your case. So good luck on that, and I know you're gonna pass 100 easily. But yeah, just, like I say in my videos, I tend to babble, and you kind of have to when you're doing a live feed, because especially when you're by yourself, I'm used to having Dom to play off of. Sometimes I let him go off and I just sit back and let him talk. But when it's just me, I have to keep talking. So anyway, really quick, some news, which some of you who follow BB3 TV avidly, you may have seen on the Facebook page. We have a new editor here, a new person who's going to be making content here. I swear I can talk. It's all part of being nervous again, because it's like my first time doing this alone for the first time in a long time. But anyway, we have a new person here that's going to be making content, Santiago. He's an awesome guy. He's got great energy, and he's very much like motivational, and he's funny. I mean, he's got an elaborate background in entertainment. He's even been on one of my favorite shows, The Walking Dead. Now, I know that's not like a group favorite of everybody. A lot of people says once they got rid of Rick, they stopped watching, whatever. Well, while they still had Rick, this guy Santiago was on there. I believe it was in the 4th season. It was around the time when they went to where the governor is and all that. And he was on a few shows of that. And for that, man, I give him mad props. That would be awesome if I was ever able to have been on the show. But of course, I'm not in acting. I'm a YouTuber and a maintenance guy at a state park, so it's not going to happen. But anyway, so yeah, I'm looking forward to his show, and I hope you all give him tons of support. Make sure you watch his shows when they come on. Not exactly sure what he's going to be doing on his shows, but whatever it is, I'm sure it's going to be great. Anyway, let me cue up my video here. And it's going to start, and this is just from past experience. It's going to start, and I'm going to have to restart it, because like when I hit the video to start, it goes like and fast forward for a second, and then I have to go back. And then you might miss me saying, "Hey everyone, and welcome to another installment of Tom's World," blah, blah, blah. So I go back and I do that. Anyway, we're going to start this now, because we're almost 15 minutes into the show of me just talking nonstop all by myself. Anyway, let me bring up this video. Hey everyone, and welcome to another. See, it was like fast forward. So now we're going to restart. We're going to watch the video, and should you have any questions or comments or whatever, I'm going to see them as they come in. And hopefully you all enjoy this as much as I did. Hey everyone, and welcome to another installment of Tom's World. In today's video, we're going to be going through an abandoned miniature golf course right here in Bensalem, just off a street road. It's right where the Nifty 50s restaurant used to be, that burned down, I believe it was about 9 years ago, almost 10, actually. I'm not 100% sure. I know it was about 9 years ago. But the golf course, the miniature golf course, is still here. It's overgrown with weeds. It's been trashed. There's been a lot of partying going on in here. There's beer cans everywhere and stuff like that. But it's still really cool, because the whole base of the course is still there. Even though a lot of the AstroTurf is missing and stuff like that, you can still see it. Anyway, I'm babbling. Let's get in there and check this out. So there's Street Road, and right about the middle of your screen, you should be able to see the sign from Nifty 50s. Why it's still there, I don't know, but it's been a reminder of what was there at one time. But over here, we can get into the miniature golf course. And I know that a couple of other local YouTubers, the Philly Captain and Squib, have both been here as well. But I haven't, so I wanted to come check it out. And I think it's pretty neat. I actually scouted this out a couple days ago, and I was pretty impressed with how much is still here. As you can see, there's still pools of water left here, and they're pretty nasty, actually. But I don't know. I think it's still kind of cool. It adds to the spooky ambiance. All right, something just moved in there. All right. So you can see some of the AstroTurf is still here. The holes are still here. There's one there. And you can still get an idea of the layout of the place. Benches are still here. Some more water over there. We'll make our way to that. There's the centerpiece of the entire course, which we'll get around to that too, get a better look at it. You can see some of the AstroTurf here, been ripped up. Another hole. And I don't know what hole is what here. There used to be poles up that had the number of the hole that you were on, but I didn't see any when I was here. Most of them were just like knocked down and there was no sign. That way, can I get that way? I don't know. Now we'll go back around. Here's the pool in front of the centerpiece. Pretty nasty, I know. There's another side view of that. You can see at the top, almost looks like radio dials. I'm trying to get the sun out of my eyes so I can actually see. There you go. I mean, it is radio dials actually. One says volume, one says tuning. So I guess this is supposed to be some kind of futuristic looking thing if you were in the 50s. A lot of broken glass up there though. And you can see a lot of it is down here. I was stepping all over it as I was coming up. So you got to kind of go through a lot of overgrown ornamental grass and weeds to get up here. This was obviously one of the holes here. You can see the broken glass. Which sucks. I mean, you know, I don't know why they couldn't have tried to keep this going. I'm pretty sure I had to have been here at some point for miniature golf. Like I said, I know I was here for the go-karts that they used to have, but pretty sure I was here for miniature golf too. You got this up here, and there's nothing really in there. I can't reach any higher than that. But there's just like some trash up there and stuff. And also, if you come wandering here, just be careful. There's a little hole here, and it goes down pretty far. I don't know what this would be. Maybe storage, maybe, I have no idea. Maybe a pump room for the different ponds that were around, because there was obviously like a fountain or something going on here. Crazy. In the background sound. I was not gonna do that. You know, I'm no spring chicken anymore. I'm gonna be 48 years old soon, and I'm lugging a lot of weight around in the middle. So climbing a rope is just, it's not in me anymore. Sounds you're hearing all around me are just the businesses that are on the outside of this property. You know, all the little rocks and stuff that they had that were supposed to be obstacles, they're all still here. Most of the brickwork is still here. And apparently people are feeding cats here or whatever. Let's walk down here and see what's down here. It was cats too, I saw them there. Oh, it's another hole. See, it would go down there to the right. Walk around this way. Now, what you see right here, this parking lot, that's where I believe the go-karts were when I was a kid. Don't quote me on that, because I don't really know. I was a kid, so I wasn't paying attention, but it seems to me they were in the back, and that's where we are. So that hole we were at up there comes down here, and I don't actually see a hole. Could be under all this stuff here. Off to the right's where we came down that little hill, so I figure I'd go over here, check this out. And now we're at the back of the centerpiece. Keep calling it that because I don't know what else to call it. I see right there that white pole. That was one of the poles that would have the number of the hole. But they don't seem to be up anymore. Making my way through the overgrown ornamental grass. Oh, now see, I recognize where we are here. I had actually watched the two local YouTubers I had told you about. I had actually watched the one guy's video, Squib. Well, I watched both of them actually. And I'm pretty sure he was camped out like right here somewhere. Might have been actually right there. It was a cool video. You can check it out. You can look it up. Squib, S-Q-W-I-B. There was one of those little bridges you had to get your ball across or it would fall in the water. Yeah, it's pretty neat here. And where the restaurant was out there, all the tiling is still there. Well, not all of it. Some of it, you know, was, I guess, ripped up over time or damaged in the fire. It was a pretty decent fire from what I remember. The bridges are still pretty sturdy. Pretty neat. Way down there at the end of that ramp, there's a hole in the middle of the wall. I wonder if that was a pipe that was coming out. It's too small to be for a golf ball. Let's see if I can get down there and check it out. Yeah, that hole is way too small for a golf ball, so I guess it had to have been some kind of pipe or something. I don't know. I looked everywhere I could possibly think of, trying to find footage of this golf course, and I could not find any. I mean, I found the videos of the local YouTubers being here at, you know, long after it had been shut down, but I couldn't find any like family videos or anything like that from YouTube where they were just here doing miniature golf. I thought I found it at one point, but it was a different Nifty 50s that happens to have a golf course. Yeah, I wonder what happened to the signs. I mean, even as recent as earlier this year, one of the videos I had seen, the signs were still up. I don't even see them laying on the ground or anything. And one thing to keep in mind too, if you come here, the locals do use this as a cut through, like a shortcut, I guess you could say. So if you see somebody in here, you don't necessarily have to be afraid. This is definitely a different adventure for me. And there's some wooded areas around here, but the funny thing is, when I said, you know, if you happen to be there and you see locals cutting through, you don't have to be afraid. Literally right after I said that, I heard something behind me. I cut it out in the edit, obviously, but I heard something behind me and I had to stop and look. And then I kind of laughed to myself because I had just said that. But little inside, this is Tom's World behind the scenes stuff. Still cool. Almost looks like the water down there is actually clear and not brown. I mean, the brown you're seeing is leaves. But I could imagine in the summertime, mosquitoes around here must be pretty bad. In fact, in that stealth camping video, I believe he had mentioned that he had to put DEET on quite a few times. Now, the one thing that I am surprised that I haven't seen at all is golf balls. You would think there'd still be some around. Natty Daddy. Now that's a new one. I've never seen a Natty Daddy. I've seen a Natty Ice, but not a Natty Daddy. All right, go back out the way we came in. As for what was back here, I have no idea. Not a single clue. So now on the outside of it, the golf course is in there. And again, because I don't know if I was here or not, but I'm guessing this must have been the entrance right here. And I did look at this before. There doesn't seem to be, as far as I can tell, any remnants of, like, you know, the little booth that you would go up to. And all this here was the parking lot for the golf course. I know Nifty 50's had an arcade too. I don't remember if it was inside the restaurant. Like, I think this might have been the Nifty 50's where there was a second floor, and that second floor was the arcade. But there might have been a different arcade that was more associated with the mini golf course. Something I'll have to look up. But you can see all the weeds growing through here, so you know it's been quite a while since the golf course was used at all. I mean, obviously for how overgrown everything is, but it's just a shame. It's just sitting there, going to waste. And the whole area is up for sale. Out there on Street Road, there's a for sale sign. And this here is where the restaurant was. I guess what we're on right now would have been their loading dock when they got supplies and stuff. But yeah, all the tile is still here. And we got a drain there. Got a few of them actually. So this is obviously what was the kitchen. And probably some storage areas and freezers and stuff like that. The actual restaurant part was everything that's in front of us. You can almost tell where the front door was. Had to have been like right over here somewhere. Like maybe this corner right here. You can see the little white line there and right there. So this was probably like a little vestibule that you came into. It was. And you'd walk in and the restaurant was all in front of you. Now I know for sure I was here in this restaurant. I was here with my son and his mom back when he was still just a little guy. And I do remember being in here. I just don't remember what the layout was to know what I'm looking at, but I'm guessing, you know, there was booths and tables and stuff like that. But yeah, this is all that's left of Nifty 50s. Get a closer look at that sign. There's the for sale sign. It's going to get a little louder here because, you know, I mean, it's almost rush hour. I doubt it's still open at 6 a.m. There's the sign. Thank you, Mama 2 Books. You too. Pretty neat. All right, so with that, I think I'm going to wrap this video up. I want to say thank you once again for coming on a new adventure with me. This was fun. You know, it's not every day I go to like an abandoned place. Most times it's, you know, just remnants of history and stuff like that, if anything. But this was definitely interesting, to say the least. So thank you for coming along with me, and thank you for making it this far in the video, which means you're awesome, as I've mentioned before. And the only monumental thing is I'm inching closer and closer to the 1,000 subscriber mark, which I've been trying to get to for quite some time, as you all know. Or maybe you don't. Maybe this is your first time here. If it is your first time here, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Once you do that, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be sure to be notified as soon as I upload new videos. Been trying to do them at least once a week. This one's a little bit late, a couple days late, due to circumstances, which I won't bore you with. Also, if you could do me a favor, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. It's right there, right underneath the video. You click on that thumb up thing, and you're helping me out greatly. All the thumbs up, all the comments on the video, they all help me with the YouTube algorithm, and I need all the help I can get because, like I said, I'm just slowly inching my way to 1,000. Also, another monumental thing that's coming up is this video here, I believe, is video number 96 on my channel, which means we're just 4 videos away from my 100th video. So I'll have to think of something special to do for that. Anyway, I've rambled long enough. The wind is kicking up. The sun is starting to set. I have things to do. So I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and take care. So anyway, that was the video. A lot of that stuff at the end there obviously applied mostly to the YouTube when I say, you know, put a comment, give a like or whatever. And I do understand that that this feed is not coming across at the highest quality. We're only coming across at 720 pixels, however you say that, 720p, whatever. My videos on the actual YouTube channel for some time now have been actually going up there in 4K. So you have the option to view it in like crystal clear definition on the YouTube channel, which is all scrolling down the bottom here. So it's youtube.com/thisistomsworld, all one word, no spaces, no punctuation, no nothing. I've been working very hard at the channel, as I've mentioned in the beginning of this feed, and I'm going to continue to work hard on this channel. In addition to working with Dom and everyone else in trying to make BB3 TV bigger, better, more variety. That's the main thing that we're looking at right now, is to get a variety of shows on there. So if anyone out there has a show or knows someone that has a show, and you know, just anything, it doesn't matter. It could be how to, it could be motivational, it could be anything. Please feel free to reach out to us. You could message us. You can message me or Dom individually. We're looking for anyone and everyone to join us. I mean, it's going to have to be like, people are going to have to be in time slots just to make sure that people don't step on other people's toes. You know, I mean, but we could go over all that down the line. But you know, our goal is to bring a variety of types of entertainment to all of you, because that was our main goal in the beginning. That's why the byline is your home for variety entertainment. And for some time, it hasn't really been too much variety. And we love everybody that's here currently. Each and every person who has contributed to BB3, whether they be editors, whether they be watchers, people commenting, everything have been very important to us. And we appreciate all the support that we've gotten over time. But yeah, with that, I have run out of things to talk about, and I don't want to show another video right now. I want to leave something for future shows, because I want to see if I can maybe bring this back. I don't know if I'm going to bring it back on a regular basis like I was originally going to do. It might just be randomly here and there. We'll see what happens with that. But do keep your eye out for new people coming in, and most definitely continue to support everybody who broadcasts with us. We appreciate your patronage. If that's the right word. I don't know. I think patronage would be more like a customer, like you're paying for something. You're not paying for this. It's free. So if this is your first time coming across anything for BB3 TV, please go back to the main page. Make sure you hit that like and follow button, and that way you'll get notified when this is kind of sounds like I'm repeating what was in my video there, but you'll get notified when people go live and when there's new content to watch on there. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and thank you for those who have commented and those that will comment on the replays. And I will see you all next time. Till then, have a great day.